So we're gonna be changing the door panels on my Magnum real quick. So try to give y'all a little step-by-step guide on it. So, I'll go from this to down over there. Go mind the mess. Just got done doing that one, wiring it up, and also you see the light down there. So kind of teach her how to do it, but I don't got a stand on me. It's stand with me right now, so I have to hold on. All right, so this is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need the bracket for the pull strap on the door. Well, the thing about this is you can leave this out, but it's just better if you keep it and take it with you. Then you're gonna need a rod for the door latch and the door handle on the inside. So then this is, so pretty much this is optional and this pigtail is optional, but this pigtail is for the puddle light at the bottom of the door, and I'll show you that right now. So it's that light right over there, but it's just a little messy inside the car. But so on these door panels, you got pin right here, and right here, and you're gonna have a couple of screws. I might have one missing. Yeah, one screw, two, and then three. You got the pull strap screw, and you got the screw behind this little cover right here, and there's a little cover right there too. So once I get these off, I'm gonna get back at y'all. All right, so now once you got the door panel off, so you wanna go get something like a razor blade, something. And if you want, get a razor blade and a heat gun, so you can use a razor blade to cut it out and use the heat gun to heat it up, so it becomes more pliable. And then just take this whole dust shield or whatever, moisture shield, just take it off. You also want to take your speaker off so you can get easier access to running the wires for everything, for the lights and stuff like that. And once you get this off, you then want to go move over to the actual latch on the door, and you want to go unscrew those. And once you unscrew it, you can move the latch out the way so you can go get easy access to this arm. And then once you get easy access to the arm, you flip the little clip that holds it in place, and you pop it out, pop the new one in, and it'll be good. So I'm gonna at least attempt to show y'all what I'm talking about. So once you got the speaker removed and the dust shield or vapor shield removed, now you wanna go move on over to the side of the door with your, let me check what side this is. T25 Torx bit. You're gonna wanna give me a second. All right, I'm back. So just take them off, put them somewhere safe, and don't forget you got one more that likes to hide behind here. Break that loose, take it off, put it somewhere safe. Bring your door. Kind of want to just move it around a little bit, see where you can get it from. See on this one, kind of want just so I'm gonna try to move the harness out the way. And either pry from the inside, or just try to push it through with your fingernail. What you gotta do is you gotta maneuver this a little bit. So see, I got it all the way out here now. So now all I gotta do is see this clip. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to y'all when I get it off. See, got them side by side. This comes off of the magnums, and this comes off the 300s, and that's why I need to change the rods out because it's not even gonna line up. But now, gotta do all of this in reverse order. So, see. Put that in the kind of hard to see half of it, get it in the hole. Get all the way in the hole. Then you flip the red tab up, or whatever colored tab your car has. You flip it up and you click it onto the rod. Now what you gotta do is maneuver this latch all the way back to where it was before. But it's a two-hand job, so it might not be. No, it wasn't two-hand job. But now that you got it back up, go where it needs to be. Screws and screw it back in. Bolts. But now see, this part's a two-man job or two-hand job. Because you gotta hold it in place. And now that you got your rod back, in, right? You wanna make sure that everything works. So lock, unlock. I wanna make sure the doors close perfectly fine. Closes. Now see if the rod works. Make sure it works properly before you do anything else. Open the door up. You're good. Now it's time to move on to wiring up the puddle light and then the light for the pocket inside the door. And all right, so when you pop this boot off, you're gonna have this clip inside of this, and it's all gonna be inside there. So basically there's 4 clips on this, 2 on both sides. The left side is always gonna be the easiest side to get to first, but here's the thing about this. Before I didn't know this, but today I'm just finding out. All of these slots right here, you take yourself a pick tool, then you slide, what you do is you slide the pick tool in each one of the slots so it can loosen the clip up, then you pull each side out. So you should start from the passenger side, then make your way to the driver's side, because once you get to the driver's side at a certain angle, it's going to be way harder to get to the passenger side. But this is the easiest way that I found to get into it. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. But now that you got access to all the wires and the doors, so you want to run a wire. Just one. You don't have to run 2. You just have to run 1 wire, and that 1 wire is gonna go to this green with a yellow yellow with a white/cream stripe through it, and it's the courtesy light wire that's on the 300s, and that's for the light. It's for the puddle light at the bottom. All right, got the boot back on. Got the wire right here. This wire is a lot. It's off the doors on, but as you can see, That wire still has some power to it, so I'm just gonna flip the switch off so all the lights cut off. So now it doesn't have any power, even though the door is open. So now we're gonna move on to the bracket. So I'm gonna show you how to put the bracket on, show you what y'all need to do to put the bracket on and everything from the 300. And yeah, that's about it. Well, after that, put the bracket on, I'm gonna show you how to wire up the light in the cubby, which is straightforward, but I'm gonna get back at y'all once I get everything set. All right, so show you how to take the bracket off, put the new 300 bracket off, because there is some modification that you have to do to the door, but it's slight modification, not a lot. So you're gonna need a 10mm wrench, well, 10mm socket with a ratchet or whatever you're gonna use, and just take them off. Make sure you don't lose your screw. Put it somewhere safe. Get the bottom one, but be careful because it's attached to the window regulator. All right, so put that right there. Screw up. Put it where the other screw is. You take the new one, right? The same screw you use, same bottom screw. You just the same bottom screw, right? Just put it on where it would be. But here's the thing about it. You also got to cut the door a little bit, but so you just put the screw in. Tighten it. Tighten it too much, just tighten it enough. Tighten it up enough so that you can move it, but it won't be moved easily. So now that you got it like this, that's what you need to do for right now. So the thing about it is you gotta cut a little slit in it, and you gotta bend it back and slide it up underneath so you can screw it in from there. So that's part one of it. And part two is you gotta pop the window switch out so you can see through it and line it up with the screw hole right here. And all right, so now that you got your window switch popped off, got the door panel on, looks good as is, everything lines up perfectly fine. You're gonna wanna put the center screw back in, and this is the only screw that you're really gonna need to put back in. But if you look at it, if you can look at it and see if it's lined up, then you're good, but it's a little off, so it's a little off just from me eyeballing it, but I'm still put the screw in so it can move over. Then I can get my mark, I can take the door panel back off, and then mark it up, then cut it. Alright, so see, screws in. Let's see, I'm sure how to wire this light up later, but see, unscrew it. Since everything should be lined up and it should be tight enough to where even if you touch it a little bit, it won't move. As long as you don't manhandle it, it'll be fine. So trying to use like a tripod or a heavy, make it easier for me to do this with. So take it in a good, and just slide this door panel somewhere where it will be somewhat safe to the old one. See. And now this is where you're gonna wanna mark everything up. And then, so what I mean by marking everything up, you just trace around it with a Sharpie. Make sure you don't nudge it or anything. So that's good. Then get the center hole. Center hole should be good. You wanna know it is prone to moving a little bit. So now that you got that marked down, you just take it off. Just take it off. Set everything down. And you get your tool you prefer to cut with. I'm gonna be using a drummer for it, so using the drummer right here. Just gonna have everything on this side of the car. Just be ready for me. You just run everything to this side of the car. Open it up. Scratch the door. And then also make sure your window's up for this so you don't leave no burn marks or etch marks in it. So you see right where it starts to go out, you want to cut a little bit above it. So now you got to cut a little bit. Take your bracket. Just see it's not deep enough, so go a little bit under it. But as long as what you do, hit it up with some primer so it doesn't try to start rusting out on you, you'll be fine. But would have been a little cleaner on the right side if I didn't have my phone in my hand, but it is what it is. And just trim some. So slice a little bigger than the other side, but whatever. So you slide that in. Make sure it lines up with this right here. Let's see. Sure the screw still goes in. Sure that's all lined up. So now that's lined up right, perfectly fine. Right. locks in. Then if I really care about the screw hole being a little bigger than what it should be, then I'll just, and it's a little crooked, but it's a little off, but still do the job right. So put that right there. Sure you pick a screw up and somewhere safe. See the bolt hole right where it should be, so I'm gonna get the drill ready. I'll be right back with y'all. Drill it. Then let me get the other screw. If I can find the other screw. This screw will do it for right now, but it fits, so I'm gonna do take this bracket, slide it in over. Okay, so see, there's one thing about this. I can make it line up if I bend it like that. It's still gonna be a little off, but it'll do just fine. Just gotta splice into 2 wires, and that's the accessory power from the switch, and then it's that mux wire, and that mux wire is the if it'll focus. The mux wire is the purple and green wire. It's this wire right here on my fingers right on. It's next to that green wire, but it's in between the green wire and the pink wire pretty much. So splice into that wire and the pink wire, then you'll have the pocket lights on, and they'll work just like it's like a shit from factory. So I'm gonna wire this up, and I'm gonna get back to y'all. Before I get back to y'all, I'm gonna just show y'all which wires is positive and which wires is negative. It's self-explanatory a little bit, but just a heads up. So yellow is always gonna be positive. Well, yellow is gonna be positive. Then black and white's negative. So this wire that I tapped into at the door, at the plug at the door, that's a positive wire. So yellow goes to this wire. Black goes to any ground that I find in this harness, or you can, if you want to, you can just drill a self-tapper. Just drill a self-tapper into the door with a ring terminal around it for the ground, which will work, but it won't look factory, and it won't, if you take the door panel off, or if you sell the car and somebody else takes the door panel off, it's just gonna look terrible. But you do what you want to do. It's your car. Just my opinion on it. So I'm gonna wire this light in, and I'm gonna wire the other light in, and I'm gonna get back to y'all when I'm done. All right, got it wrapped up and done. So just gonna put the door panel back on and show you what to do. I'm gonna show you what it looks like with the door panel on and all the lights on and everything. All right, so finished product. Lights on. Let's show you. This light comes on when I start the car up or turn the car on. Let's see. Should come on with these lights too. So shut the car back off, turn it on. That's accessory. Ignition. I'm gonna switch them out to LEDs soon, but